I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell. Hey, I can tell this is the start of something fresh. Shout out Hex Revision and on the Hex, yes. I confess, Hexicans don't stress, cause as a community we one up. So tell me, are you in, or tell me, are you out? Do you want to win, or do you chase the clout? What is this really about? The treasury and lottery. If you meant dark tokens, you can get a part of it. So how does it work? Let me explain. First you buy the dark token, now you're in the game. Then you mint the dark and get a fuel cell. That's an NFT, one that earns yield. As long as you have it, it feels like magic. But if you vaporize the NFT, that's tragic. So most think crypto is a game. Are you here for the fame, or here to make a name? See, Hexicans reign, we create our own lane. I thought I told you, we the new financial gain. AGproject.io was the flow. And if you know what I know, then you know what I know. That's how it go. Something like to support the team, the dream. Public service announcement, t.me/anti-gravity saga is the telegram. Tap in. It's for y'all. I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell.
Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Cuatro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. And it is a very berry market. That's right. It's about as berry as it's ever been, as bearish and very bad news has came out. Very bad price action, we'll just say. We have a special guest in the studio. She's almost like a sister to me. We have the link to join in our Telegram. We got the link to join in our comments. We put the link out to some special guests to see if they want to stop by. And basically, we're going to do what we normally do, which is update you guys on the best damn community in crypto, hands down. The AG Project, Anti-Gravity Project community, agproject.io, and Telegram, t.me/anti-gravity saga, just like our buddy says, Korean investor. So shout out to him right there at the beginning. I'll bring in one of our special guests here. Hello, Emma.
Hey.
I was trying to make sure I got all those M's.
Yeah, but you have to say each one.
Like with a M.
That's it.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be a long interview. So, anyways, we're here. It's there's a lot of good updates going on, and something I noticed that I wanted to share with you guys. That's going to be an interesting piece of game theory going forward with the whales and kind of them letting the community pull their own weight. It's interesting. It's a little divergence we've seen. I'll share that with you guys right here. If you guys want to join, just click that link, the StreamYard link. You can also find it in our Telegram, or just copy and paste it here in our comments. I've also got the YouTube link in our Telegram and the YouTube link on X, because for those people that do the replay gang, they're bigger fans of YouTube because it is easier right now than X to watch replays on. So with that being said, let's share our screen here. And let's put our little faces down here in the corner, like so. And we'll add that to stage. There we go. Now you guys can see my screen. We're going to start out with the Twitteroonies right here. Doom scrolling, as we like to say. Oh, Hex Glenn is already retweeting. Way to go, Hex Glenn. Thank you so much. Robert Brooker, believe in yourself, is also liking the thing. I just reposted this from Richard's only brother. He posted this in our Telegram, so I figured I'd give him a little retweet right there. he's trying to get a hold of Action Man and apply for a henchman position when he returns to ATX. Oh, I forgot. I didn't share my audio because if I share my audio, then it doesn't quite work here because if I have a guest, it'll echo. But he's trying to do that. Let's see here. Man, without audio, and by the way, I've been getting copyright struck every single live stream that's not just me reading the book. So if I go down here, so what's going on? Cryptocoffee.pls. There was one post here by Giga that I read today and I'm following what he's been saying lately. And a lot of people think that Giga is hater, fudder, that kind of stuff. But he did point out that someone had bridged some crazy. I wonder if I'm I thought it was GIGA. Let's see what Giga is. Here it is, Giga right here. Yeah, so yeah, did literally everyone on Pulse Chain miss the fact that someone exploited the L2 bridges, drained them, then sold them into WETH and bridged out? And then if you look right here at the next picture, here's this one right here. Actually, it's quite a bit of money. It's a silly amount of money here. We got Ponk, Toshi, Nakamoto, Upside Down Cat, Cabal hanging out here. Is this on Giga's site or is he just adding Giga? I don't know. Let's go to Giga's site here. I don't know why I'm not following. He does bring up some very good points. Here's with Keck Lord, a Chad that's very, very. Oh, that guy must work out in prison, and a girl holding a crystal ball. I'm not sure what that's about. But down here, if you look at this one right here, you can see what the transaction pulled off the bridge, which was quite a bit of money right here. Is that the one? Nope, it's down lower. Yeah, either way, it's like $55 million basically that has been pulled off the chain, is sitting in a wallet, someone's wallet, off chain, waiting to hopefully be deployed onto Pulse Chain at the right time, making all of our dreams come true. If it doesn't happen, that's not really good news for us, right? But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. That's quite important. Let's get to our favorite website in the entire world. It's agproject.io, and it's got a new, fresh look. We've got the home, how to play. How do you play the game? You mint, you farm, and you get paid. It's that simple. 3 steps: mint, farm, get paid. And here's the contract address at the top. So if you want to know if you got the correct darker matter token on Pulse Chain, you need to copy this address and double check. It ends in D84C13. But even if one does, that doesn't mean it's necessarily the right one. You might want to just directly copy and paste. The gas fees right now are very cheap. They're down to 464,000 beats. So as you can see, that's green. This gas pump right here changes colors as things get more and less expensive on Pulse Chain. We have 6 darker in the balance here, and darker is at 51 cents. Ooh, it's been dropping. And if it's dropping, that means that someone has been hitting that make it rain button, or that the market just sucks. So we'll check that out for sure. It's round 1, season 1 right now is live for the next 4 days and 17 minutes. And what we're going to do is we're going to follow these 3 simple instructions, which is mint, farm, and get paid. So we're going to start with minting. We're going to mint 3 more of these bad boys right here, and sign into our wallet, the Internet Monies wallet here. We go. Yeah, let's edit it. Let's go to high gas fees. And that looks like it's going to be about 2,000 pulse. Hit save, confirm. And then we should see some beautiful fireworks across the screen when our mint continues. Remember, it's mint, farm, get paid. Now, we can't farm, but we will check out the farms. We cannot farm for 4 days, 17 hours, because we've got to wait for the first jackpot to be announced. I believe there's an insane amount of winners in that one. We'll go over it. It's like almost 159,000 mints round one, and we're already up to 57,000 last time I checked. But I don't want to ruin the fireworks here. Come on, fireworks. Might have to start doing some either doing some custom nonces on internet monies, or I might need to just start using ZKX wallet on here. They do have an ape mode, which is just like get this buddy to the top of the line. There we go. Boom. Congratulations. 3 fuel cells minted. So now we'll click over here at Fuel Cell Farms. And you can see our 1,000 that we minted the first round. It has 158,000, almost 159,000. Oh, there's 58,000 that have been minted for round 2. That's pretty cool. And then after we find out if we've won the jackpot or not, we can put these to work by managing our fuel cells and staking for 180 days or 33 days. It's your choice. I did confirm through code that when you mint your NFT, it has a weight of 1 NFT that gets paid from the FOMO curve right here. So it gets paid off this FOMO curve, which is just a trickle for the first 22 rounds. Then it's a stream for the next 22 rounds. And then it's a flood for the third season or the third set of 22 rounds. So there's only about 48,000 being paid out in the next 8 months. And then there's about 240,000 being paid out in the next 8 months, and 1.2 million darker paid out during the next 8 months. So yeah, this is very attractive to getting people to join the community, especially if some of the jackpots and the market takes off. We'd have some nice green candles in Pulse Chain and really get the attention of a lot of degenerate gamblers all around the world. So that's pretty cool. Check out the supply though. Supply is all the way down to 15.2. I wouldn't be surprised if we break 15 and go down to the 14% of circulating supply. So that circulating supply is dropping very rapidly. And the other interesting thing is that I was looking at the 700-ish wallets or 680-ish wallets that have not minted yet. And they've got through round 1 and round 2 to mint 10 fuel cells to stay on the tax exempt list. And a lot of them haven't minted. I think only like 50 or 70 people have minted. We'll check that in just a second. But they're not going to be able to sell after a while. If they want to if they find out they have darker and they want to dump, they will be hit with that 10% sales tax unless they mint 10 of those dark tokens into NFTs. So it's going to be an interesting time to see who does what. Let's check out Get Paid. Like I was saying, there are 58,000 participants in round 2 so far, and it will definitely have quite a few jackpots. But the jackpot that's going down in 4 days and 17 hours, it has 72,000 darker in it. It'll have 214 winners that'll each win 333 dark. They're going to be the first people to really decide whether or not they want to sacrifice to the void or claim to their wallet. After that, they can, mint their NFTs. If you don't have any winners, then you can go ahead and you can stake your NFTs. But when you stake your NFTs, this is what I was getting to 2 paragraphs ago. When you stake your NFTs, your weight goes to 0 until you hit maturity. So you actually are sacrificing the payments that you're getting in the next couple rounds if you're doing 33-day stake, and the next 12 rounds if you're doing a 180-day stake. So you're literally giving up your claim to the treasury while you're waiting to hit that mark. And once you hit that mark, you're up to 10x or 100x, which is great. But you are giving up. Your weight actually goes to zero while you're waiting in that time zone, which is something that I did not know until yesterday, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, you got 1,000 tickets that we've minted here, NFTs that we've minted. And so that one's pretty big. And now with the other mints, the other 58,000 mints, there is now 97,000 darker in the jackpot. Like I said, 72,000 are up for grabs, the first one. So that's cool. EDI, now this is the other thing I was talking about. There's $44,129 ready to be regifted to the EDI pool once it gets some sacrificers in it. We didn't want a bot to beat us to this and snag that 4,000 for itself. So we did have to put it in a team wallet for safekeeping until for the next 4 days, 17 hours until we get a bunch of people sacrificing there, which I think we will have quite a few of the whales sacrificing their jackpot wins. And then we can, we can divvy it up there. But this is the other interesting thing I was saying was that if you go over to Make It Rain, there are 2,621 darker matters tokens that can be sold on the market. And what we've seen is most of the whales have stopped hitting this because they really want the price to be high. So unless they also want to encourage other people to sacrifice and join the club, and then they can make it rain to give themselves bigger paydays. However, the whales have no reason to push 2,600 darker onto the market at this time because the market's not really strong. It would be kind of good to take this hit, 50 cents instead of higher. But then again, if the price goes higher, then the other people, if people win the jackpot and sacrifice, they're going to have a bigger incentive to hit this Make It Rain button and put more money in the EDI pool. So there's some interesting game mechanics there. And we did see the keeper address that was hitting it every 15 days, 15 hours, something like that. Yeah, the last time it hit it was 7 days ago and 2 hours, and then 7 days and 3 hours. And so it was hitting it every hour, and now it's turned off. So it's going to be interesting to see who hits that button and fills up the darker pool. And then, of course, besides the jackpot and the EDI pool, we have the 180-day bonus pool, and it's up to 86,000 darker tokens, or roughly $43,000 worth of tokens at today's price. And that is going to continue to pile up for 180 days, minus the 7 that we've been partying and rocking on with. So that would be 173 days that this is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until someone, a group of actually a whole class of stakers will hit their 180-day mark right around December 19th. So a little bit before Christmas is when people will be able to qualify for this. And then they can start pulling out liquid darker matter from this pool every 11 days forever. So that's it. It's mint, farm, get paid. There's 3 ways to get paid, and we just went over all 3 of them. The supply is getting smaller. It started out at, I think, 18.5 or 18.6%, I want to say. Could be wrong, but now we're down to 15.2%. I think we're definitely going to be down below 14 by round 3's mint, but maybe even in round 2 we'll get below 15% down to the 14s. That'll be really fun. So, do you have any questions about the website? Oh, you're still muted.
Thanks.
There you go.
I haven't been to the website for quite a while, and so having you go through it really helps me know where things are and what to do. So that's great.
Yeah. Did you have any questions about all those buttons? We went over a lot of buttons very quickly.
Well, I think as time goes by and with what is it called?
The
I'll be
the
able
the round
to, yeah,
countdown.
be able to get through those.
Okay. Believe in Yourself says hi, Max and Emma. Giga is closer to the top. Thank you very much. See, Giga, it's crazy that he's watching. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Giga. But I have been deep diving into a lot of the conversations between Giga and the PDI homies, and what all of this means with the L2 bridge. Let me actually just go to his site here. There we go. Giga the Minter. Is it under this one right here? I was actually listening. This is kind of cool. I don't know how he did this, but I clicked on you'll have admin keys and you'll be happy. And then I hit play. So I could actually listen. It actually read me this article right here while I was brushing my teeth this morning. I was catching up. And it was funny to hear AI read the whole address out because it was like 0x1715A3EA. It took like 10 minutes every time it read one of those. But either way, here it is. You've got 15 million USDC in the USDC. You've got 14 million in DAI. You've got 13 million in wrapped Ethereum. You got $6.5 million in Hex, $4 million in Tether, 1.5 million in wrapped BTC, $500,000 in Teraxa. I don't know what that is. Icosa, you got $300,000. Hedron, you got $300,000. And yeah, this is just some of the money that was pulled off into another wallet, I understand. I could be wrong, but Gig is definitely welcome to jump on stream, face or voice only, and go into this. But the PDI people are claiming that this is all part of the plan, and that this is how Richard Hart is going to peg PDI to $1, which is a great narrative. It's a great story, and it's got Your Friend Saw Me, which is very entertaining and very smart and gives great content. My friend saw me, your friend saw me, our friend saw me. But at the same time, it doesn't quite add up, you know? And so, yeah, this is quite interesting. It's not a single externally owned account, not a multi-sig, not a time lock. Right? So, let's see. Yeah, so that's the whole thing is if this is Richard and he doesn't get hit by a bus or kidnapped or arrested or who knows what, right? If he doesn't like slip in the shower and die because he lives alone, what happens to this? All these like $55 million of money, it would never get into the chain. And there are several ways to address this and solve this problem, which I appreciate the thought of, being as all of my eggs are in the Pulse Chain basket right now, and all of my onboards are. But and my entire project in the last 5 years of my life, I've built stuff for Pulse Chain. So we're hoping it works out really well. Hex Glenn is in the house. He's waving and he's wearing look at that Dark Matter t-shirt. That's pretty badass. And then of course, Believe in Yourself saying hi. But yeah, that was very disconcerting that Giga was talking about right there. Very interesting how much money was. I think that he says fair points, but multi-sig time lock fixes it, has its own graveyard. Ronin, 625 million, 5 of 9 validators. Sky Mavis, control 4 directly, plus Stell Axie. DAO delegation, 1 fished employee equals full threshold. Harmony, 100 million, 205 keys. So he's showing a bunch of things where the time locks and the multi-sig have not saved them. He says, perfectly articulated, and I agree. But why insult every other chain that operates the same way? Yeah, the best way to keep a key secure is to keep it dormant or not multi-sig or anything like that. I don't think Bitcoin, Ethereum keys holding billions are multi-sig or time locked either. Key security protocols securities are very different. And yes, all of the billion-dollar protocols have time lock and security. How dare you bring up facts? Go send your money out for 15 years and shut up, peasant. Ivan, oopsie. It was just a Fiverr chain all along with the simplest copy pasta settings. Thanks, Ivan. And then we got Pete. I fixes this. Shillgates. Oh, fun stuff. They're going to foam at the mouth, LMAO. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I love when you write articles, says Tam Hex. Yeah, Dr. Joe's honest question. Do people think bridges are fully decentralized? LOL. Your article might be written for the Pulse chain community and target our specific case, but this has been and still is today a major problem for all other chains too. No, the point of the article is that of course there needs to be centralization to some extent, but to do so without any security measures is just with just a single key is foolish. So interesting debate going on right now in Pulse Chain, and it's a $55 million question, give or take a few million, right? That could really change the fate of a lot of the people here. Crypto Cat's in the house. Good evening, Crypto Cat. How are you doing? How are you coming along with the book, sir? Let me know. I did pump out chapter 14, parts 1 and 2 today, and I might try to get 15 done, but who knows? The night is not young. It's almost time for me to take my night vitamins here, but we press on and we go on and we talk about dark. I also wanted to get CryptoCat's take on the EDI pool with $4,100 in it, and the fact that the Make It Rain button is sitting on 2,600 darker, and who wants to pay the fees to push all of that money, which is it's about $1,200 at today's prices. If we stick around 50 cents, that would be added to the 4,100. That'd be $5,600 before the first sacrificers get a chance to chomp at it. So check that stuff out. If you want to buy some darker, we have a link here to switch.win where you can buy darker tokens. It's actually listed here, and it has our logo. Thanks to Scott over there at Build the Tech. So you can find it here, and you can double check its contract with the one on the website. So, all right. Any thoughts at this point, Emma?
Kind of about.
I heard kind of about, and then did you mute it again? Oh, she froze. She's frozen. You have to get closer to whatever fast food place you're stealing Wi-Fi from. You need to get right at. Sometimes you have to sit inside the restaurant. Hello, CryptoCat. Just kidding. We'll see if Emma. Oh, there you go. You're back, Emma.
Oh, you missed it? Oh,
I missed it.
sad.
Yeah.
Now
you're
heard?
very pixelated. Did you kick the router as you started the question?
No.
Sit close to the McDonald's that you're connected to on the
Okay,
Wi-Fi.
so what was the
Yes.
last thing you heard?
Last thing was that was it. That was
That
the
was it?
question.
Okay.
And we
Well,
also
not a
have
question, a
CryptoCat
comment.
joining us.
A comment, and it really is about the community here. Hex, Pulse, Sex, Darker. The people that I recognize are so great. And it's fun to see them because I feel like I know part of their personality, and I'm not here very often, but when I am and recognize people, it's so fun.
Thank you.
I concur with that.
Thank you, CryptoCat. CryptoCat, what do you think about that 2,600 darker just sitting there waiting for someone to smack the Make It Rain button?
Oh, man, I tell you what, it's tempting.
I think once it hit $4,000, the Wells were like, and we're good. You know what I mean? They're like, we don't need any more sell pressure on our favorite token that we have bags of. So they were like, if someone of the smaller whales, let's call them the dark dolphins and the sharks that have a chance of hitting the jackpot and sacrificing, if those guys want to wear the buttons out on their mouse and smash it, convert it, then be our guests. But at the same time, so on one hand, the whales want the price to go up. On the other hand, they probably have some powder, so that if the dolphins and sharks push the price back down to 35 cents, 25 cents, that just is chumming the waters for the whales to come back and snap up some more of the bags, right?
Yeah. It's like a loop. It's like a cycle.
Yeah, it's like a flywheel. Once you get that momentum going, it kind of goes crazy. And a shout out to Giga as well. What did you think about the Giga conversation where you got the L2 that took $55 million off of the bridge at the start of Pulse Chain? Like, I think someone had a whoopsie and they just grabbed all the tokens while they could. And now it's sitting there. We're all assuming that it's, Richard Hart or the OA and the SAC address. We're assuming that 55 mil is going to come back and rocket Pulse Chain to the stars. Hopefully, that's our hopes and beliefs. Even though at this point in crypto, we should know better than to have any hope or belief. We should know to just kick rocks.
We should hope or believe it'll drop another 90%.
Yeah. We're just like, you know what? At this point, just like, let's go. Let's go all the way to the basement. So yeah, that's a very interesting conversation. We'll see if anything changes on that address that's holding that insane amount of money, that was bridged and then not bridged. And I think in the future, there's got to be a way to make a decentralized bridge that pays for its own fees, right? Like, even if you created a secure bridge that didn't have admin keys and people paid a fee of 1%, 2%, or 3% to pay for the security of the bridge, to pay for the upkeep of the bridge, and it was immutable and had privacy attached to it, I would be happy to pay a 2% or 3% fee to bridge across that bridge, knowing that it's not going down and that I get some privacy out of it. And I think it's not hard. I mean, I shouldn't say it's not hard to code. It could be hard to code. Everything's pretty hard to code. But the things that we've seen coded in Pulse Chain are pretty impressive compared to that feat, in my humble opinion. So I think that it's just a matter of time. That why are we now? Granted, if a billionaire sets up a bridge and they want to use it, then that's obviously a bridge that a lot of people are going to use. Right. However, if there was an actual, decentralized immutable bridge, even if it costs a fee to use it, I mean, the bridges all charge fees for the most part. Sometimes they'll do like no fee beginning to get people to use it. But I would pay a higher fee for a bridge I knew it wasn't going to go down and that couldn't get, manipulated or turned off in a heartbeat.
I would too.
All right, we have 16 souls on this voyage with us tonight. Hit the like button and please repost it like Hex Glenn and Believe in Yourself do all the time. Very, very thankful for the reposts and thankful for Giga jumping in here and letting me know where to find his tweet. Old Man Bitcoin today is at $59,000. That's right. He has forgotten to take his medication. He is stumbling down the stairs, and we're guessing that his little sister, Ethereum, is also not having a good hair day. So we'll have to check in another day for the next 4 years and see. We're just going to have to keep checking, folks. That's all there is to it. We've got SquirrelSwap.pro with awesome stuff like this portfolio. I forgot that we had paired actuator token liquidity pool until I came on to here and I loaded the portfolio. And this is, I would say, pretty close to some of the transparency we had with DBank back in the day, right? So
Right.
this one will, it says no LP positions. Oh, it was under DeFi. Yeah, it pulled up our actuator farm under DeFi. So it found our old actuator farm, which I went and actually claimed some actuator tokens from there. And it shows all my tokens here. Shows our actuator, our $40,000, 40,000 actuator worth $13. Our Dr. Doge that we have been mining again. You guys are not folding at Dr. Doge with your extra GPU power and CPU power. That's a great way to actually mine real cryptocurrency and help medical research.
You've been doing that for 6 months now, right? Has it been 6 months?
Well, I did it for 6 months, 8 months ago or something. I did it for many, many months because I believe I wanted 1,000 of the tokens for,
Yes, I remember that.
like, without buying any, and I hit that number. And then I've been turning this off to run a lot of the stuff for agproject.io, and I totally forgot about it until we finally went and I talked to sent a message out to the people saying, hey, we're setting up some liquidity with you guys. We love what you're doing. We have the new token, because the old token is locked forever with them, and that was a drain on their system. However, it looks as though the mystery box held onto a bunch of the Dr. Doge and is putting it to work. But Dr. Doge, let me see if I got theirs pulled up right here. Very Proven Science. If you go down here to Very Proven Science, you'll notice that you can earn Dr. Doge Wick from Tangent. Shout out to Tangent. Top Hat. Shout out to Crypto Coffee. And the Indican token. Shout out to Gillespie. Robert Gillespie? Is that his name? The guy that did the funny Looking for Richard Hart one. And Georgia, and a few of the people over there with the Indican token. This is a token for independent films. These ones are all paying out. So when you're minting or mining the Dr. Doge token, you also qualify for these three. And then if anyone wants to donate Wrap, Pulse, Hex, Peacock, Dai, ProveX, or Pulse Guy, they can donate these and they'll start distributing at this rate per day. There will probably be another token. I can't imagine which token it would be, but there will probably be another token that shows up here and starts paying people to be a good boy and do science. And that might happen in a little bit here. So just throwing that out there for you guys that have not done this. It's actually very easy. Smart Pups Do Science, I think, is where you go, and it's got the how to earn. So it's got the step-by-step instructions of how to set it up on your desktop, laptop, how to connect your wallet, how to get your passkey, and how to start earning Dr. Doge by saving humanity. Very, very cool stuff. I'm seeing the price looks like all across Pulse we're down. Well, actually, no. Actuator's up a couple percent. PulseX is up a bit. Wrap Pulse is down. Dr. Doge is up. Pink Miss Well is down 4%. Darker and Wrap Pulse is down 8%. Darker and Dai is down 12%. So let's see. This might be the minting that we see here, right? That's going down on round. Here's the minting for round 1 that took us all the way down to 20 to 25 cents. And then we recovered back up to as high as 70 cents, 70, 80 cents. Now the minting has brought us back down here to 51 cents. If you go to the 15-minute chart, it usually looks like stair steps as people are doing that. But this is more than a stair step, right? This is on the 15-minute chart. Yeah. I think someone found out that they have dark.
Yeah.
And sold 74 dark for $40. Oh my gosh. And then $7, $7, $6, $3, $2. Somebody found their dark and has been just dumping the tar out of it. On this pair, it's only $59 in volume. on this pair right here on the darker and eat eye pair. These are definitely not. See the ones where they're selling one at a time. Those ones might be from the converter, but the converter would be selling like 5 at a time. So yeah, somebody found their dark. Congratulations. If we go to the holders of dark on Pulse Scan, this might have gone down by one. There were 754 holders. Now there's 753. So congratulations to whoever got their $60 out of darker today. Go with God. Enjoy your air fryer. We love you. You'll be back buying at much higher
they could get
prices.
a half an air fryer at today's prices with inflation. So
Yeah,
they didn't
they
even get a full
probably
air fryer.
maybe they put one on layaway. You remember layaway? I remember layaway. All right, so yeah, we have one less holder of dark. Then again, like I said, if we do see dark show up on any other website, hint hint, you might just see the number of them go up by at least 15. I'm guessing. So watch for that. Watch for that. Yeah, darker is down quite a bit. Let's see. The wrapped pulse is down 8%. So there's $146 out of wrapped pulse. So this is where most of the trades were routed. It looks like $2 sells, quite a few $2 sells, $2 sells. Yeah, just over and over. So actually, they might have actually gotten the whole air fryer. I'm thinking they have air fryer money now because they may have sold $100 over here, $2 at a time. I don't know if they T-WAP'd out of this, like time weighted average out of this, but there's a lot of. Oh wait, no.
How much liquidity is in there?
Wait, no, that's not true.
There's
is this
5.
the converter?
Five. Yes.
So the converter is. That means that the converter is routing through
Pulse.
The wrapped pulse pair because it's cheaper, and because it's taking more money from the bots that way. Okay, so the this $146 went into the eDye pool, and then the $86 or $56 from the eDay pair, this $59 went to someone's pocket. Congratulations. And then let's see here, darker and hex is down 6%, and $88 was moved through there today, not necessarily sold. And then here's a $44 sell, $2 sell, 222. So there's a big what we would call now a big dump. 87 darker dumped over here, and let's see, that's 72,596. We'll see if it's the same one over there. 72,596.
Hey, Max.
Yep, 72,596. So the same person just dumped their 100 or 200 or whatever amount that they had. Yes, Emma.
My eyes are closing. I am having such a hard time keeping them open. I have loved being here, and I'm just going to close my eyes and listen to the rest. I know we're getting to the best part.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Thank you for coming by. Stop by anytime.
Loved it.
And we will chat with you later.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. Plot twist, guys. Emma's the dumper. She's going to go cook something in her air fryer right now. Look at that face. Guilty. So anyways, just kidding.
Yes.
She's Emma. It's funny because Emma sounds very similar to the name Emily in the book, wouldn't you say?
Yes, except there's too many M's.
There's way too many M's. It's like she went to the M&M factory and just took all of their templates.
Yeah.
So someone took their money and they left. They're gone. That's crypto. And now you guys have a 10-cent discount on darker.
Yeah.
Not to mention, the feeling of the Edai pool, which is also lowering the price of dark right now, giving people a deal.
Oh man, I know it's tempting to go in there and lower it for some people who may have capital dry powder on the side to buy it right back up.
Yeah. Yeah, we got $600
Not
liquidity
financial
with
advice.
Dr. Doge. Yes, shout out to Dr. Doge. Speaking of Dr. Doge, not financial advice at all. I mean, who has powder in this market, right? I mean,
Only those
have
who
you
sell
bought a
air
bag of
fryers back in
potatoes
the day.
lately? What's that?
Yeah, $4.99.
Yeah, potatoes have gone bananas.
And that's for the
And
small bag.
bananas have gone even more bananas.
Yeah, I try to stay away from them.
All right, so we got 50 cents here. Look at this. Only 4 days left until the end of the first round, the first jackpot
Can you
payoff.
believe that?
It's going to be awesome.
What's
It's going
going
to
to
be
happen?
fun.
What's going to happen at 12:36 Pacific, 1:36 Central, not Central, Mountain Time Zone?
Mhm.
What's going to happen?
It's a good question.
Friday. It's July 3rd. It's just right before we celebrate our nation's 250th anniversary.
250th year. She doesn't look a day over 100. Darker Peacock.
There's almost 250 jackpots. Did you realize that?
No, let's go back and check that. I think there's 214 jackpots. Yeah, 214, almost 250. I mean, well, there's definitely over 250 with the other dark that's been minted.
Right.
But this rollover amount might go bananas if it keeps up with the sacrifice amount in 4 days, 17 hours.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what people do with their jackpots, with the 214 jackpots.
Mm-hmm. Pink Miss Well is sitting. Let's see, what was that sitting at? Pink Miss Well is sitting at $21 for 1 million of those. That's quite interesting.
I remember it was 30. It's gone down a little bit.
Interesting. Look at this pump.
It's on a floor, maybe.
Interesting.
Whew.
Darker and Neon is holding its ground right now at 3%, 0.03%. Morpheus is having a good day, up a couple percent, and it's got $825 paired with Darker. You can get the Darker for 51 cents over there.
$1,000. Wow.
Yeah. Let's see, Darker Nuts. We got Darker Nuts is having a bad day. Well, no, it says up 0.16. How is that? That does not look up 0.16 unless it's kind of that little tiny thing. That one's got $230 of liquidity, and it's 51 cents over there. Dark and Gelato, who doesn't like some gelato on a hot summer day? 1.1K of liquidity. Gelato's looking nice and green and pretty at 5 zeros and a 7. And Darker's 72 cents over here.
Look at that.
Now, why do you think it's 72 cents against gelato?
Because the bots don't want to pay the 12% tax.
Yeah, I think it's 16% tax. Yeah, 16%. So
this may be the safest pair.
You could, I think you could arb a little bit. There's $1,000 here. Someone could come in, sell a chunk of Darker here, and buy it back up on one of the other pairs. Just saying. I'm not doing it, but I'm just saying. There's just, it's very interesting the range that we have in Darker every day. Somebody
50 cents to 72.
Yeah. Somebody has got some Solid X in here. $300 of LP with Solid X. Solid X is at 19 cents today, and Darker's 50 cents on this pair right here. So that one has had $6 of sell pressure, and it's just buckled. It just could not handle that $6 of sell pressure. Jeez, leave some for the babe. Think of the children.
Think of the children.
It's still sitting pretty nice, 83 cents with the dark pair. That has $1,000 of liquidity in it. And it's 72 cents over here because Amit has a 5%.
5%, so
tax.
15%. So the bots aren't touching it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lots
so a
spots
mint
go away.
and
Come again
gel.
another
There
day.
you go.
Neon does not care. Neon is still hitting the ceiling like a fly tapping into a window on all of their pairs. Congratulations, Neon. Inca's got a so-so day, but Neon is still slamming up on there. Let's see. Here's the P-Dye and Neon. There's 5K of P-Dye paired with Neon, and it's having a decent day of 8% up right there to 0017. And Neon is still just crushing it. Shout out to the Nexians and the Nexicans over there. Dark Air and Pruvex has $92. It's not doing good. How much? We got $2 of sell pressure. This thing just it can't handle the $2. Oh,
$92 in liquidity. That was at 112 one point.
Yeah, that one was it was way up there. Oh my gosh. Good times. What a time to be in crypto. I do like this. This is the chart that I wish we had that we don't have, because we did have to redeploy a second time to fix the taxes. But this darker and E-dye pair right here, if you shrink it here, this is where the price was actually fractions of a penny. I mean, it was probably worth a lot more than fractions of a penny, because it was coming from the darker kind of value, and a lot of people were valuing those tokens around 50 cents. So actually, if they're 50 cents and there's twice as many darker tokens, wouldn't that mean that darker should be at 25 cents right now? Just saying what it might be, might not be. Obviously 70% ish is locked up in the FOMO curve. But yeah, this is, if we had a nice green candle, we should have a green candle going from here to here the first couple days, and then it would be a prettier chart than it is now. But a boy can wish. But that's not a bad chart, actually, considering the amount of insane.
That's like amazing.
Well, and considering that, like, it had $2,000 of sell pressure and $2,000 liquidity up here, and it only went down like how far did it go? It went down. It only went down 78%. That, in crypto, ladies and gentlemen, is called winning.
It's a win.
That's a win.
That's a win.
Yeah, $2,000 of sell pressure on a $2,000 token. That is a win. We will take that win.
Look how much we have in E-dye pool, and look how much we have in liquidity now. Total liquidity.
Yeah, total liquidity. I'll pull that up more quick. But if you were one of these crazy guys down here that saw 23-cent darker and started foaming at the mouth, you would have, at one point just a few days ago, you would have been up 200%, or a nice 2x on your money right there.
I may know a guy
in 15 days.
I know.
I'm saying that, yes, there are people out there that understand the value of what we're building here, and every time the price goes down, they get excited, and every time the price goes up, they get excited. And every time a minting window closes and another one opens, they get excited, because
every time an air fryer goes on sale at Walmart, somebody's house.
Yes.
So you have that person too.
Yes. Every day, I think someone new understands they don't have enough darker, they don't have enough fuel cells. And the handful of people that are reading Rings of Dust right now are also starting to put together some things that probably shouldn't be put together yet. Or if you're like Hex T. Armstrong, you skip the book, you read the Bible lore on GitHub, and it spoils everything. So that's like the Cliff Notes. That's like the ChatGPT version of Tell Me About Darker Matter. So
Yeah.
anyway,
That's like opening up presents on Christmas night.
Eve, yeah, and then taping them shut again.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. The Emit Farm's paying 123% on the darker pair on the darker farm. This keeper address has stopped keeping time with the Edai conversion. Pink Miswell sitting hard to get, cheap, hard to get. I know it's a paradox, people. Fuel cells. We had 72 fuel cell holders, but we saw another 1,000 minted. So let's see. We have one more badass ride or die space cult Fight Club member in our midst. Congratulations
I think
and
that's
welcome
my
to the club.
onboard. I onboarded someone today.
Really?
So, yep.
I believe somewhere in that 73 there is a friend named Sami that is lurking and quiet and waiting for the right moment for Pete-Eye to spike for him to get a nice fat bag of darker. That's just my hunch. That's just my belief. Could be wrong. Often am. Very often am. Now, this is the other thing that I thought was interesting. That yeah,
True.
there's 753 holders of darker, right? There were 754 till today. When someone went and bought an air fryer.
And an air fryer.
They took their $100 of winnings of just money. I don't know what they made. I mean, I don't know what they got in at darker on, but they were like, I am done with this game. And I thought about this, like out of these 753, 74 have minted. And how much darker do the other 680-ish holders have? So I checked out, I was just like, okay, like how many pages? There's 50 addresses a page. Some of them are contract addresses like liquidity providers and the jackpot and the FOMO curve. But I just skipped a few pages here. And when I got to page 5, we're at 100 and fewer dark matter tokens, which means the top 200 are the big dogs. And then the next, let's see here, 750. What's 753 divided by 50? 15. Well, it's 15 with 3 on the last page, right? So 4 of these 15 pages have 100 and more, 100 and above, which I would consider a good start. But then about 500 of these guys, 480 of these people have less than 100 darker. In fact, when you go to the bottom of page 5, you're down to 45 darker. And then you're off to 35 darker, 20 darker on page 7, 11 darker on page 8, 9 darker, or 10 darker on page 9. So by the time you get back here, these people are holding a handful of dark. You know, at 13, there's people don't have enough dark to mint right now. And some of these might be addresses that minted a bunch, and this is just like the dust that's left. But wait a second, this is crazy. This is weird. This actually doesn't make sense right here, Crypto Cat. We have a contract address with less than dark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 smart contract addresses with less than 1 dark. I can't imagine what those are.
Yeah. That's like, well, what, 25 cents, 30 cents?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see CoinGecko is not actually that accurate when it comes to liquidity because it ignores pairs that haven't traded recently or have a small amount or just that it's not noticing on some of the dexes. But just going down here, starting with the darker and Pulsex, which is a really awesome pair, I think. That one's 2,000 right there. So we have 238. 41, 48, 55, 6, 63, 66. Whoa, 66. And then Pink Miss Will brings us up to 90.
11?
No, 10, 5. So $10,500 of liquidity right now, give or take. Well, nope, I skipped the ProveX here. That's another 100. So yeah, like
10,006.
$10,600 of liquidity is a lot better
Does
than
that
they were
include gel?
a couple months. Yeah. No.
I don't see gel.
Yeah, that was so weird.
That
I
had
tried to pull up
1100.
gel. Yeah, gel has 1100.
So that's like so that's 11.7.
Yeah. So that's not too bad. I mean,
And
we
then
are
Morpheus had close to 1,000.
did it?
So that's like 12.5. I didn't see Morpheus. I thought Morpheus was 850.
Yeah, Morpheus is 826.
Yeah, so
It
that's
was
we have
probably
almost 12.4, I think.
900 before some before this $20 of
Yeah.
sales went through there.
So
But
I
either way,
think
yeah, it's we're sitting around 12, maybe $13,000 liquidity.
and he
I know
started at,
that.
what, 2?
Yeah, I know that the market cap is at 1.1, 1.2 million. Obviously, most of that market cap is sitting in the FOMO curve and will not see the light of day for a very long time, which is good news for us. But I don't know. It's like you build and you build and you build and you build, and then you open your amusement park and nobody shows up. And you've just got like the employees taking rides and eating the corn dogs. That's
And
kind
you're
of
on
what
the
it,
dunk tank. Every day you're on the
yeah.
dunk tank getting dunked. Yeah.
And then you're told by someone like Giga that one of the founding members of the amusement park has taken all of the money and is just kind of hanging out somewhere in Mexico. And you're just like, I don't know what that means. Is he coming back? Is he bringing the money back? Is he going to invest in advertising for the park? Is he?
Seashells.
What's going to happen?
Starfish. Yeah.
So,
Sand dollars. There we go.
how many?
I said sand dollars since he's on the
sand
beach.
dollars. Yeah, $10 at the beach. I have made it through chapter 14, Saturn's Edge, on my reading of the book. This playlist is on YouTube, so you can listen to me read the book, not well, and not coherently, and with lots of big, long, dead pauses where I write down notes of things to verbally abuse Claude with later.
Right.
Sometimes you get to hear me verbally abuse Claude, and I don't know if that's good. But we're my limit is reached until Monday at 3 a.m. Claude always does this. It resets your limit at some time it knows that you're not going to be at the computer. It's like 3 a.m. or something like that. It always does that. It'll be, oh, you've run out of usage. Don't worry. Just wait up till 1 a.m. and you'll get 2 more hours. And you're like, I hate you. I hate you so much. Anyways, we have made it all the way to 14 out of 28 chapters. So we're halfway through the chapters. We're not quite halfway if you consider the prologue. Well, I guess you are, because I did read the first part 1 and 2, which are about as long as the prologues. So I'd say we're right about halfway point of me reading this entire book. And what we're waiting for is about 10 or more reviewers to go through this book and point out inconsistencies, chronological errors, which we found aplenty. A lot of stuff that Claude was supposed to have fixed earlier but hasn't, and the dead spots, the boring spots, the parts that don't make sense, and the parts that probably could use a little more romance, a little more action, a little more humor. Let us know, because we are here to please, and we would like to have the best book possible before we go to audiobook and 11 Labs and start having other robots in different voices read it to you better than I can.
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. I really... So there's Tyler Durden at the Colony. Obviously, a very obvious nod to Fight Club. And I'm wondering if we can get a fake, like an AI Brad Pitt voice to do Tyler Durden's part, because that would be chef's kiss. I think that
Oh, that'd be amazing.
John Candy, not John Candy, John, oh my gosh, what's his name from Roseanne, or even Jeff Bridges to do Heavy Hitter's voice, Ricardo Corazone's, the Dude Abides.
Jeff
you know?
Bridges from The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, either Jeff Bridges or John, what's the guy's name that's on The Big Lebowski too, that's crazy, that's got guns? Oh, John Goodman. John Goodman would also be a good heavy hitter voice, I think. But then we got a lot of female voices. So I don't know. We'll have to see who sounds like a Sharon, who sounds like an Emily, who sounds like a Rachel Vase. We're gonna have to find a evil ass Marcus. There's the voice for James Earl Jones, who did Darth Vader, right? Is like Marcus, and Taylor on the ship. He's a real piece of work, that guy. That'll be a fun one. Samantha Drummond, also very interesting. And then
the
Cole.
Frog.
Yeah, Cole.
Kermit the Frog.
We're using Kermit the Frog for Cole, obviously.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, it's exploding.
Miss Piggy.
Yeah, so we're building something fun here. I'm waiting for another flood of art to come in, because we had so much great art and poetry.
Oh my gosh.
From the first one, several amazing songs, both written by humans and written by artificial intelligence. And even we've had a couple artificial intelligence songs already pop up with darker matter, which is cool stuff. So this is the thing that makes us unique. This is one of the things that we can build a community around. This is something that's different that we can shill. We can go shill an actual interesting and entertaining story to the rest of Pulse Chain. We don't have to be like, 2x, 3x, Miss Piggy. We can give them something unique and original.
The Swedish Chef.
The Swedish Yeah, we have something different. We're here to make crypto fun again. I mean,
that's right.
We've got to have some fun. So
I wouldn't want to be a part of this dark matter cult.
Yeah, get in our Telegram, join our group, start reading the book, listening to the book, give us your feedback, give us your art, give us everything, give us your memes. We love it. Nexion, shout out to the Nexion ecosystem. Our big bad Lef is in that, has built a lot of this crazy stuff that he explained it to me, and I still can't remember half of what he explained to me in this ecosystem. It's a lot like Squirrel Swap, where they just built their own universe, and the rest of Pulse Chain and the rest of crypto is not caught up to all the stuff going on here. Absolutely amazing. Fold into home, download that. Mine some Dr. Doge, and you might actually get some other tokens that you like very much.
Wow.
Did you get to see the thumbprint that I made from AI? A very berry market. Do you want to see that? Here we go.
I saw that.
A very berry market. And at first I thought, why is it talking about DMT everywhere? That doesn't make any sense. This isn't Burning Man. This isn't a psych clinic.
I got it right away. Dark matter token.
Yeah. I didn't. It took me I was like, what the hell is DMT?
Because I'm a teacher.
Okay. I spent too much time at concerts and festivals to be like, DMT, what? Why are we pumping dark matter token? And it is a happy coincidence that DMT, the drug that floods your brain when you're born and when you die, or when you almost die, or when you do die and then come back, DMT, dimethyltryptamine, is also the same, abbreviation for dark matter token. So that's a fun coincidence. I don't know why. I like the bear's headband. I like his glowing eyes. I like the pulse chain there. I don't understand the jacket. I mean, I would understand the jacket if he wore pants, but him not wearing pants I think actually the really unnerving part of this outfit is like if you're gonna wear a jacket, wear pants.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you're just weird, like Donald Duck.
just
What are you doing?
just
Put some pants
yeah,
on, or take the jacket off. You don't. What are you doing? What is in these pockets? What is in these pockets, Bear? You have no use for
being
pockets.
the real DMT.
He's probably a DMT dealer at the farmer's market, the very berry market. I love it. I love it. That's a joke I came up with talking to Cryptic Hat here. But either way, I don't know. We are good times. We're here to have
Good
fun.
times.
We're here to build something. Yeah, see, John Goodman, Jonathan Kampala, my brother from another mother, was just shouting at that. Hexy Knitter 9533. That's actually says sometimes when I'm in my mom's basement, the connection can be rough. We get it. We get it. We get it. So, anyways, my last live stream, Do You Even Space Cult Bro, has been blocked in every territory from copyright strikes. I play like 10 seconds of a weird meme where it's like Eye of the Tiger or Final Countdown, and immediately I'm just turned off across the internet. So
nobody will be able to see it.
You've got to watch it live. It becomes like a live only event at that point, doesn't it?
Wow.
Speaking of live only events, I watched the Austrian F1 today and finally saw our friend Max Verstappen, the Dutchman, back on the podium with one of the worst cars in history. I mean, he is driving a farmer's tractor on that track next to Mercedes and Ferrari, and he's just such a damn good driver that he makes every race competitive. So congratulations for him getting number 2. I don't even remember who number 1 was. I hope it wasn't George. What's his name? George Costanza. I hope it wasn't George Costanza from Seinfeld on that podium.
He might be able to drive better.
Yeah. What's the deal with all these cars?
I love how we're doing voices of the Muppets and Seinfeld.
It's a show. Are you not entertained? People are not entertained. I sit here. I've actually got I've got an actuator golf club pen. It's the last device that writes at my desk. Everyone comes in here and steals my pens. So as I'm trying to scribble notes, then
how do you get those? You have to know.
You got to show up to the you got to show up to the meetups during the bull market. There's not meetups during the bear market. There are online conferences during the bear market. But when the money's rolling in, the actuator's blowing money on coffee mugs. My copper coffee mug that burns your hand, by the way, because copper is insanely good at conducting heat.
It is very good at conducting, which is why people are stealing it because of the prices.
Yes,
copper.
Yeah. Actuators just throwing out so much cool swag during that golf tournament. It's a lot of fun. I actually got to golf with the 2 members of Actuator, which is great. And shout out to Nuclear Herbs. I got to spend a whole day hanging out with the 3 of them, and I learned so much about Actuator. It blew my mind, and that's when I came back and just started making tons of streams about Actuator and set up our mint, because it really is.
Yeah.
Even though
it's coming down to the end in a year, I think, right? They're not making it.
Yeah, they have 3 years of emissions, and they're cut down drastically. I think it was like 250 million the first year, 150 million the second year, something like that. It drops very drastically for 3 years, and then he who has the most actuator can stick it into a 90-day vault and receive hex time tokens. So you can receive liquid T-shares for locking the actuator token, which is
I might know someone who's doing that.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Yeah, here's the HTT vaults. You can get
Yeah, you have a
hex time
choice. You can do
tokens.
that, or you can put it in liquidity. What do you choose? What, right? You have choices with actuator. What to use it for?
Well, if you think about it, if you took out a stake and then you took all of your hex time tokens out to farm with hex, you could then take the actuator tokens, put them in the vault, and eventually pay off your loan of the hex time
Right.
tokens. And then it would be free money. Free money. You'd be playing with house money at that point. What an idea, huh? And at these
And in this
prices, I
market,
mean,
holy
yeah.
shnikes, Batman.
And look, this is something I didn't even realize on hex time token 3000. Those are maturing in about 600 days. That's 2 years. 2 years flies by in crypto when we're making money. Trust me.
So
It's
a
quite
million of
slow during the
those
bear
might be,
market.
yeah,
What's
a
that?
million of those might be worth it. A million
Yeah,
time
there's
tokens.
24 million actuator tokens
Wonder how many hex is
earning
equal to that.
that one.
If you had a million time tokens in 600 days.
Yeah, because at the day of redemption, they're worth 1 hex.
Well, they're worth whatever the
No,
T-share
I'm
rate
sorry.
is.
They're worth the T-share rate, so they're worth whatever that
They're
T-share
worth
rate pays
more
out.
than.
More than
So I'm just
a
saying
hex,
that
probably.
if you could get a million at a 20% discount and it's going to be worth 40% more in 600 days, why wouldn't you stake a million hex, get the time token, and then put it to work for you?
Let's look at the hex time token 3000 and let's compare it to hex. If you have one hex time token 3000 that matures in 2 years, right now it's worth just less than a hex. That's kind of interesting because it was minted quite a while ago, like 2 years ago, right? So it would definitely be earning its own hex back plus interest, whatever the interest is
Correct.
based on T-share rate. So you can basically buy future hex for less than hex right now. Now that's the most recent one. The most recent one is going to be closest to the price because of the time value that they refer to
Correct.
as delta in trading and
Mhm.
options, right? So if that's worth that much, how much can you get? How much of a discount can you get for a hex time token 7,000? So one hex time token 7,000, which is obviously quite a ways up there. You can basically get a token for 40%, a hex for 40% off, 35% off, because one hex time token is only worth 0.645 hex. So you're basically, you can buy hex, future hex. You do have to wait for it to mature, but you can buy future hex for 35% off. It's bananas, folks.
Why wouldn't you just do that and hold on to it instead of stake?
That's very interesting. I wonder. Yeah, it seems at this point the hex time tokens that are tradable during the bull markets and liquid during the bull markets might be a better deal than staking hex at this point. Then again, if you did do a hex time, if you did a hex stake, delegated stake here on Actuator, and you went to stakes,
Yeah, do a million.
You could do that. You could
do a
have the
million
best of both
hex.
worlds, like
Right.
Miley Cyrus. You could have your hex time tokens that you could extract and put to work at that discount today. I mean, if you mint them, you can do both. If you don't mint them, if you just go buy a bunch of them, then you're just getting that straight discount, and it'll be very interesting to see what they're
Going for in a year.
Yeah, what's it called when something goes higher and lower than the price of something that it's a derivative of?
Ask Grok. That's why we have AI.
That is why we have the AI. Let's go. Let's do this. Grok. Hey, Grok. Hey, Grok. What's it called when there's a price of something else that's derived, a price of something that's derived from something else, and it exaggerates to the upside and downside as the price of the underlying asset moves? That was succinct. Financial concepts, upside and downside. Multiplier. That's what it is. It's like the multiplier, and then it's also referred to as, the leverage on them, where it can fluctuate. So it can go lower than the price of hex and go higher than the price of hex as hex oscillates and, variates up and down. So, yeah, good times. Good times. All right. Well, folks, all 29 of you, good to see you here. I know that a lot of people are going to watch this on their way to work tomorrow because they're bored and they just want to figure out what's going on in crypto. So to the replay gang, we say, you're welcome. Thanks for having us. And to everyone else, we say, remember that you matter. What you do matters. You don't have enough dark matter. You're a very valuable person, and you're here for a reason. And we hope that you find out what that reason is, and that you live a very full, happy life. As Hexing there says, your dash matters. The dash in between the year you're born and the year you die. That's what she's referring to there. So, with that being said, thanks to Giga for helping us find his tweet. And we see you, your friend Salmi. We know you're lurking. We don't know what username you're using. We don't know how many fuel cells you have. And we don't know if you're the one hitting the convert button. But we do know you're there. So, friendship confirmed, buddy. Friendship confirmed. What would you like to leave people with tonight?
You don't have enough darker, and you don't have enough pink Miss Well.
Mm-mm. No, you don't. And we're gonna end on Kate Figur's The Void, which is just this real haunting, chill beat that has a lot of alpha in it, a lot more alpha than you would expect in an AI video. And we will catch you on the next one. If I wake up in time tomorrow, which I plan to, I'm going to try and knock out another chapter or two for the playlist, because the easier we make this for people to listen to when they're driving around, doing yard work, going to the gym, the more feedback, valuable feedback we're going to have before we go into 11 Labs and have, Kermit the Frog voicing people like Chancellor DeMint. What do you mean they're not in our part space? I don't know.
That was like a Yoda Kermit Frog together.
That was a little Yoda.
That was Yermit.
A part that
it was Yermit.
There's a part for Yoda in this one.
Your father is Luke. That's the Yermit. That's the Kermit the Frog and Yoda. Isn't Miss Piggy hot?
Matter.
She is.
Matter. Darker it is. We'll practice our impressions before the next stream.
Yeah.
All right. Love you guys. Catch you on the next one. Ciao.
Pops up, the neon starts to glow. Lowercase connection, entering the show. Top right corner where the wallet interacts. Digital contract, tracking down the facts. The ticker symbols blinking on the sidebar screen. The dark is the atmosphere setting the scene. Round one is coming, the season's on the clock. Secure the network, time to lock it in the block. Welcome to the darker matter. Standard rules apply. Load the fuel cells up before the timer passes by. Into the void we will go, where the smart ones play. Minting out the future, trading through the shadows. Watch the ticker climb. Feel the data stream. Living on the edge of the cyber grid machine.
Sacrifices, waiting at the gate, calculating yields while we wait upon the day. Claim the EDOT payouts, tally up the wins. This is where the high stakes strategy begins. They say it's for the smart ones, written on the wall. A gamified ecosystem standing tall. Read the how to play if you wanna know the way. Before you launch the app or end in disarray. Ticks on the countdown, now it's done to days. The price of darker matter, moving through the haze. Is it an illusion? Is it by design? Watch the smart contract as it aligns. 3, 2, 1. Let the protocol run. Welcome to the darker matter. Standard rules apply. Load the fuel cells up before the timer passes by. Into the void, here we go, where the smart ones play. Minting out the future, trade into the shadows. Watch the ticker climb. Feel the data stream. Living on the edge of the cyber grid machine. Fuel cells loaded,